So what happens when something you built for fun, a little passion project, suddenly just explodes into a global thing? Well, one developer found himself right there, facing a massive choice. Should he build a billion-dollar company or chase a completely different kind of dream? This is the story of OpenClaw, and his decision tells us a whole lot about what it means to be a creator in the age of AI. And that right there, that's Peter Steinberger, the guy who created OpenClaw. And for him, the success of his project was a total shock. What started as just a personal playground, something to tinker with, all of a sudden had a life of its own. It just captured the imagination of developers and tech fans all over the world. The project, symbolized by this lobster of all things, it became an overnight sensation. It was one of those really cool moments that proves a single person's idea can still get people excited all across the globe. But, as you can probably guess, that kind of viral success comes with a ton of pressure.
And that brings us right to the heart of the story, what we're calling the builder's crossroads. All of a sudden, Steinberger was just buried under this avalanche of opportunities, and everyone, and I mean everyone, had an opinion on what he should do next.
To say it was overwhelming is, in his own words, a huge understatement. The offers just poured in. We're talking investment money, strategic advice, partnership deals. The message from the outside world was crystal clear. You've caught lightning in a bottle, now it's time to build a giant company around it.
So this really lays out the two roads he saw in front of him. On one side, you've got the expected path, right? Play the whole creating a company game, take the money, focus on growth, the whole shebang. But then on the other side, there was his personal mission. He's a builder at heart, as he says, and he was way more focused on making a real impact, not just another big corporation.
So, which way did he go? Well, this next part is all about his decision, and you'll see it was driven by this really deep sense of mission, not the desire to be a CEO.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? His motivation couldn't be clearer. See, the goal was never about the company itself. That was just one possible way to get there. He realized that to achieve his real mission, to actually change the world, the fastest and most powerful way was to join up with a frontier AI lab like OpenAI. But what is this mission exactly? Well, it's to build what are called AI agents. Think of these like little AI programs that can truly understand your goals and then go out and do complex, multi-step jobs for you. And his vision for this tech is so beautifully simple. He wants to build an agent so easy to use that, in his words, even my mom can use. His thinking on this was just so clear and logical. Okay, step 1. The goal? Build an AI agent that anyone and everyone can use. Step 2. What do I need to do that? Access to the absolute latest models and research. Step 3. Okay, so what's the path? Partner up with a major AI lab. Which leads right to step 4. OpenAI was the fastest way to get it done. Simple as that.
And believe me, this was not a snap decision. He actually spent time in San Francisco meeting with all the big AI labs, even getting to see some unreleased research. But ultimately, it all came down to the people and having a shared vision. He just felt that the team at OpenAI was the most aligned with where he wanted to take this technology. Now, of course, the big question on everyone's mind, all the thousands of people who fell in love with this project, was, what happens to OpenClaw now? Is it just going to get absorbed by the big company and disappear? Well, Steinberger was really, really careful about how he answered that. He made a bunch of really powerful promises to the community. First and foremost, OpenClaw will not be owned by OpenAI. Instead, it's getting moved into its own foundation to guarantee it stays independent. It will stay open source, a home for thinkers and hackers. And get this, OpenAI is actually sponsoring the project, so it can grow and support even more models. He basically locked in its future for the community. So this brings us to the end of one chapter and the start of a whole new one. And it's all summed up in this one fantastic, memorable phrase. The claw is the law. Come on, that's just great. It became the project's rallying cry. It's this powerful statement that says, even as its creator joins one of the biggest names in tech, that independent, scrappy, innovative spirit of OpenClaw is what endures. The project and its mission, that's the ultimate authority here. And that really just leaves us with a final thought, a big question to chew on. This whole story is a fascinating look at a modern creator's journey, and it really makes you ask, when a single person's vision lines up perfectly with a huge corporation's resources, who really benefits the most in the end? The creator? The company? Or
all of us.